The city is filled with chaos, criminal activity, gun violence, senseless abuse, homelessness, with the rise of mental illness. Get over it, be over it, and stay over it.
You have to turn around and trust God
Oh, come on.
on things. What you pray for. Because something my sister asked me on the way down there. She said, "You scared?" I said, "That's something that God does not put in us is fear."
That's it.
So I didn't ask these people to do this to me,
Right.
or they didn't ask me.
Okay.
This is something that I wanted to do. I actually lost my wife 10 years ago to cancer, and so I listened to the doctors use words of quality of life. Just go home.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, they gave me an option. I could choose to either ride this thing out and just go on, or get this transplant. And so for me, it's been a blessing because I've been able to mentor people that are going through the process.
Mm-hmm.
I've formed good relationships with people. Vanderbilt, I actually got to go speak in Vanderbilt a few years back, and it was great because I got to speak in front of like maybe 10,000 people.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. So I got to do that, and so my kids, at the time when my wife passed away, they were 7 and 9,
Mm-hmm.
and so they had to watch me go through what I went through. So my fight was for them. So I was going to turn around and do what I had to do. But I'm going to show you something that comes full circle. And I've never shared this with you. So I actually normally they make you wait a year for you to meet your donor family.
Mm-hmm.
So got a letter from my donor family. I think they kind of expedited it because at the time, the young man whose heart I got, he passed away. He died of a drug overdose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Vanderbilt reached out to me and said, "Hey, we got a heart for you, but it might be a hepatitis C heart." So, us as black people, we hear Hep C, we're like, whoa, explain.
Mm-hmm.
So once he explained everything to me and something that they're doing now, because they have been discarding these hearts,
Right.
Hep C hearts. So now, by taking medicine, Harvoni, I took Harvoni for 12 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And so they check you first, you take the Harvoni for 12 weeks, and then 12 weeks later they check you, and then you're cured.
Mm-hmm.
So fast forward, the young guy whose heart I got, his mother, she had stage 4 brain cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of, like I said, expedited everything, and they kind of leave clues in the letter. They wrote me, so I wrote them back, and I got to FaceTime and talk to her, and she wound up, unfortunately, passing away right after Mother's Day in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to attend the funeral, and I met the family. And what was crazy was the young man whose heart I got, they had cremated him,
Mm-hmm.
and they buried his ashes. They put his ashes in the casket with his mother.
Okay.
Okay, so talking to the dad, he wound up, he had lost a son, lost my first son. We had that in common. His wife died of cancer.
Mm-hmm.
My wife died of cancer.
Mm-hmm.
His wife's name was Kim, and my wife's name was Kim.
Wow.
So we have a great bond. So I just now, I actually, I got 2 new sisters and a brother.
Right.
So we have a great relationship.
Wow.
And, but I think that people, they turn around and take life for granted. I was talking to some guys the other day at work, and I said, politics, religion, and money. We don't talk about that at work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like I told them, I said, if anybody, I know God is real.
Amen.
So why just call on when you're going through something bad?
That's it. That's it. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Talk to them when something is good. That's it. Just wake up and say thank you.
Just say, hey, I know me for myself. I talk to God daily.
Right.
I mean, especially driving my truck, man, I ain't got nothing but time to talk
Right.
and to share my heart, you know. But that's another conversation. But I wanted to ask you this, Mo. How did what you went through? How did it impact your family?
Well, we had a positive. We try to be positive all the time. You know, because we don't control what we control.
Right.
So my girls, they were very supportive. I had a great support group. Like as far as my mother-in-law, she was awesome, and I had great friends that stepped in and, you know, closed the gap for me. My dad, oh man, he was awesome. He was awesome. You know, and I think that, you know, my girls. I have a daughter that she has corrective cerebral palsy, and she's like E.F. Hutton. You know, when she says something to you, you need to listen when she says. And that first surgery that I went through, I waited till I got her on the bus before I went down there. You know, I had talked to her about it, and before she got on the bus, she said, "Dad, it's gonna be all right." That's all I needed. I needed that confirmation.
Right.
With her.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that, you know, for them, like I said, seeing, you know, what their mother went through and seeing what I went through, it was a lot of days, man, I didn't feel good at all. But I got up and kept pushing. You know, because like I said, I watched them. You know, my daughter, the one with cerebral palsy, she had both her legs broken, reset. She ain't complaining. So why am I complaining?
Oh wow.
That's it.
Wow. And we can learn a lot from them.
Yeah.
You know, we're always the role models, you know, for our kids, but you know, look at you. You know.
Well, you can't be on every day. You're not gonna be on every day.
Right.
So, you know, you gotta turn around and you know, push through. You know, it's not easy, you know, but you know, my girls, they understand, and I think, like, I can commend you for, you know, beating prostate cancer. You know, you gotta turn around and, you know, do what them doctors say. They say, hey, you got X amount of rounds of chemo.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna feel good. You know, you lose your hair. It's just hair. It's gonna grow back. It might be. But you know, one of the things that my wife, when she went through chemo, I done shaved my beard off and all that for her. She didn't lose her hair. You know, but you know, I think that God, He turned around and makes us only certain ones. You know, we don't really realize.
Rewind back
how strong
to this prostate cancer.
Before you do that,
Okay.
you know what? Now, being out of the loop, I did not know that you had prostate cancer until you were working at my house on the porch. And that's when you spoke of it. And I'm like, oh wow, I didn't know, cuz I didn't know.
Well, see, just like my brother Mo say, you know, you don't complain. Ain't no reason to complain. I don't want nobody to feel pity for me because I know why I'm still here.
Right.
Because of my father. And when I speak of my father, I'm speaking of my father in heaven.
Yes, sir.
But, you know, when I go back to it, you know, I had prostate surgery and I had 38 treatments of radiation. And it's been 12 years.
Wow.
And like I said before, it's been 34,000 people dying a year. And I've been in 12 years. And I learned one thing, and I think I was telling you about it earlier, that mothers of my church, sometimes they be sick, they don't complain. I say, Mother so-and-so, how you feeling today? Oh, baby, I'm just tolerating. You know, you know, and they carry on. And you know, we always say at our church, the blessing is in the pressing. You got to keep pressing on.
Yeah.
You know, and I you know, I commend you, you know, for what you went through. You went through more than I did. And I commend you for bringing that out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because, you know, we never know who's going through what.
Amen.
You know, if He wake you up in the morning, you ought to thank Him.
Yes, sir. Amen. You know, one of the reasons why I wanted to do this first uh, is that, you know, I knew that you guys have been through some things as well as myself. Uh, about 8, 9 years ago, about 8, 9 years ago, I was told that I was type 2 diabetic.
Okay.
And when I tell you guys that the struggle is real, it's real. You know, I've tried to offset your eating habits, your what you eat, what you take into your body, and because they say you are what you eat. And I ain't sweet. I love sweets. Sweets is sweets are a big part, I would say, of my life because I just love sweets, cookies, cakes, candies.
I'm on board with you.
Sweet tea, So when they told me that I was type 2 diabetic, I had to make a drastic life change, and I went cold. I mean, I dropped everything. And some of the things that I still apply today, like when I drink coffee straight black. I drink sweet. I don't drink sweet tea anymore. I just drink unsweet tea. I drink a lot of water now. I eat more vegetables, especially asparagus and broccoli. I love them both. There are some things out there that I still eat bread here once in a while. I know. I know I'm not supposed to, but now I try to make better choices with keto bread. They have keto bread. Have you ever had that? The Hawaiian keto bread? It's good. Have you tried it?
No, I
You
haven't.
need to try it. It's so good. They have what they call extreme wraps, where you can make wraps and stuff. That was highly recommended by my dietitian. So just making some life changes. And I was just telling a guy the other day we were talking about losing weight. And he has a prosthetic leg. Big guy, awesome guy though. But we were talking about losing weight, and he was just like, "Man, I'm getting older, and it's getting harder and harder to lose weight." So I told him, I said, "Man, I know there are some things that you can do, and I know that you're limited. He's limited, so, but one thing that you can do, and I lost about 50 something pounds doing this, maybe back about 20 something years ago. I did cutbacks. I still ate what I ate, but my plates wasn't big. I had smaller plates.
Smaller portions.
So I put small portions on my plate. And it's a mind thing.
Yeah.
It's mental at first, but once you do it, and you do it for at least 2 to 3 weeks, it's no problem.
Well, see, that didn't work for me. I put smaller portions on that, and then I go back and get some more smaller portions.
Right.
And then I go get some more smaller portions.
We're gonna wrap this up, and right now I'm diabetic, and I'm running this race. I'm doing what I can do to I check. I wear this sensor,
Right.
and I check it very, very often. And man, my levels are really, really good. They stay in the green. Every once in a while, like yesterday, I had some French fries, and I do things to knock the urge off. I knock it off, and then I won't eat them for at least with another
Let me
3
ask you,
weeks.
when you had these French fries, did you have a little push?
Actually, it was a small. It was a small. I could have got a small medium or large.
Yes.
I got a small.
Oh, okay.
I did get a small. So yeah, I get, knock those urges off. I mean, liquor, and they just got this place called, I don't know if y'all know about it or not. It's called Crumble Cookie over on Clinton Highway. Listen, I ride by that place about every day. It's a struggle, man. It's a struggle. I drive. It's on the right when I'm coming down. I had to look to my left to drive on by. All right. So yeah. So right now, how you feeling, Rick?
I'm feeling pretty good and everything. They got me on some new kind of medicine. My main thing is get your prostate checked. Sometimes you'll have little symptoms. So if you're urinating a lot, or getting up out of bed at night, get it checked. Even if you don't have symptoms. I had no symptoms, no clue. And just go get checked.
That can run in hand, because you just said that if you're getting up at night, urinating a lot, that signs of being diabetic as well. Because every 2 hours, if your levels are high, your A1C high, man, you gonna go to that restroom every 2 hours.
Let me say one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
They are find it in your blood work. It's called a PSA. It's a prostate thing. That's how they find whether you have got cancer in your prostate. When they check your prostate, sometimes you're urinating too much, your prostate might be overlarge. And if it's hard, it's cancerous. And your prostate is, we men around here, your prostate is what produces your sperm. And see, I had mine removed, so can't nobody put no babies on. But anyway, on a serious tip, please get your prostate checked, please. And that's all I got to say.
All right. My man Mo, how you feeling, brother?
I feel great. I think that, we talk about all the things about health, your mental health as well too. Because, I got to the point, man, it's about energy with me. And how you got that friend that they always call you and they want to turn around and take what's on them and put it off on you.
Lord have mercy.
So you can't call me with that.
Yeah.
So I think that if you're not adding value to me, I don't need you in my life.
Oh man, come on. Boy, you
So, for me, it's just like, I know that we have medicine regimens. I get up every morning at 7 o'clock, whether I have to be anywhere at all. But I take my medicine. I take time out, to kind of meditate, get my mind right. But you have to turn around and take care of you, because it's only one you.
Yeah.
You have to watch. Everything that tastes good, that we think is good for us, is kind of probably bad for us. Like this diet and stuff, man. I don't like, cauliflower. I don't like, I eat broccoli. But I like the breads. I like baked potatoes and corn. But I know it's not, good for me. And you was talking about something with, like with being diabetic. I take a Trulicity shot. I give myself a shot in the stomach like once a week. And it helps curb your appetite as well too.
I take that one too.
Right. So, that helps. But hey, get up and walk 30 minutes a day. It's just 30 minutes.
Preach to me, man. Preach to me.
So,
I gotta do that.
So you gotta get up and motivate yourself.
Yeah.
That's something that you and Chris, y'all can do. Y'all can walk in the neighborhood.
Listen, man, we don't have any excuses.
Right.
We are right next to Northwest Middle School.
Correct.
And Victor Ash.
Right.
And they connect, so we don't have an excuse.
Right.
It's just,
Motivation.
The motivation. We got to be motivated. And,
This concludes
she might
part 2
smack me when she
of
heard
the
this,
men's
but
health
all we got to
conversation
do is look at each
at the
other, and
Ovurit
then we should be
Roundtable.
motivated.
Please like, share, and subscribe.